Minecraft Java Edition just added a brand new command that allows you to change your character's size. This means that you can make yourself much smaller, and you can also increase or decrease your attack and block interaction range. This effectively allows you to recreate the crab claw, which is something many feel good about. However, my personal reaction is not to extend my reach massively, but instead to do the exact opposite, because I want to give myself a little challenge. In fact, I want to give myself an incredibly tiny challenge on the edition that I'm slightly less familiar with. The salmon are all medium sized, the world is all very big, but today I'm going to try and beat Minecraft regardless. So although I could probably just accept the size command for what it is and try and do Minecraft this way, I feel like there are some other attributes we're also going to change to make this really feel like I'm tiny and not just that I'm scaled down a little bit. One of these is that my health should probably go down. I feel like half feels about fair for this. And the other of which is my block interaction range, because it doesn't make sense that I can punch a tree from the same distance as normally, and so instead I'll turn this down until it feels a little more realistic. 2 distance away feels about right, but I can't punch things that are much further away, making this challenge seriously not just about me being tiny, but also about much more. With that said, what changes in Minecraft when you're tiny? Well, let's try and beat Minecraft and find out. Okay, getting food is so much harder. The way animals are running is making this an absolute nightmare, but hopefully we have got some. Ooh, look at that. It's funny because from first person, it looks like I'm just crawling really close to the ground. It looks like this beef is actually giant compared to the size that we know I actually am. But if you look in third person, you can see it's actually very tiny beef and leather. So really, I should be getting about 10 times more. But I'll let that one slide as I chop down some wood. And now that that has gone good, it's time to finally craft it up. Oh my god, look at It's finally time to craft it up and see what we're going to do today. So yeah, the classic beat Minecraft route is always get to the nether as quickly as possible, and then from the nether you can get back to the overworld with the things you need for a stronghold. But yeah, I need to be very careful of big falls like this because I don't have enough health to just be, you know, willy-nilly blowing it on everything I can. So I will be chopping down some mushrooms. Pro tip, if you find yourself in a biome with no food, there's probably some food option available to you there. It's just not one that anyone really wants. And in my case, do I want to make mushroom stew? No. No one has ever wanted to make it, but sometimes you get necessities, and this is one of those cases, I assume. Oh no, I can't chop down the other mushroom because it's too tall. I'm gonna have to place the crafting table, and then, oh no, okay, then place another block. And then from here, yeah, there we go. I can finally destroy some brown mushrooms. It's very hard though. When you're this small, honestly, it's amazing that you can break blocks as far away as you can, but it's a lot harder than in normal Minecraft, that's for sure. With food now sorted, it's time to work out a place to sleep. Finding a village would be great, but there's no chance of that in here. And so instead, I'm gonna try and beat a sheep to death. Usually it'd be a bit of a challenge, but thankfully, they still fear me, even at this scale. And so now I just need to find 2 more of those before nighttime comes. Should be nice and easy. I'm also going to craft myself a pickaxe because that seems essential. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the size of this thing. It looks like it's full size in the crafting grid, but then we switch out and we see, it's a tiny little pickaxe. Okay, so let's take this tiny little pickaxe and let's get out here. Okay, sheep number 2. This is good news. I need just 1 more if this goes successfully. Please don't kill me. Okay, it went well. I'm 1 wool away, but I'm really struggling with this biome. There is something about parkouring from this close to the ground, which is genuinely a struggle, and it's a struggle I can't really afford at this point. Also, apparently you can X-ray glitch when you're this size. As you walk into a block, you can see right through it, which I'm probably going to use to my advantage. I'm not gonna lie, that seems incredibly handy. I can see there's food down there, and I can also see that there's a cave, but I don't see any iron, so we won't be going for it. Instead, I'll be desperately hoping that I can get my way out of this forest biome and into something less hilly as soon as I can. Get myself into the Stone Age, found myself some iron, found myself some coal. Now I won't starve to death, which is good news, that's for sure. When I said I was looking for a flatter biome, I've got to be honest with you, this is not what I had in mind. This is hell on earth, even normally, but right now this is one of the hardest parkours I've ever had to do. And so honestly, if you feel like parkour is getting a bit samey for you, have you considered coming to a snowier snow mountain and trying to get past it in 0.1 times scale? The snow layer on top of the blocks is going all the way up to my shoulders right now. A tiny bit more and I would start suffocating. The good news, no suffocation for me. The bad news, this mountain is the only way that I see forwards. And so I'm just gonna keep on having to do it. And as you can see, what's even greater about this mountain is the fact that it's not just one mountain, it's a great series of them I'm going to have to run through at high speeds. Okay, I think I'm safe now. I'm in a cloud, so no one can see me. And I'm gonna quickly just make myself a furnace so I can desperately heal up using some of the goodies that I got earlier. Look how giant the cooked mutton particles are around my body right now. So there's been a lot of downsides so far, but one of the upsides of being tiny is you can fit into tiny gaps. I'm sure even if I put this above my head, I'm still well below the head clearance height, which is great because there is no other way in Minecraft that anyone could fit in a gap this tiny. Even walking into it, it feels a little bit wrong, but also so right. And yeah, hopefully we can get out of this mountain region and somewhere where I can actually take full benefit. Or hopefully that burning tree is a sign of some lava for me. Oh yeah, that's lava. By the way, now seems like a good time to remind you that greater than 99% of house fires happen to people who aren't subscribed to the IBXToyCat YouTube channel. I legally can't say any more about that, but what I can say is I'm going to cook my food now, cook up my iron, and if I can just get one more piece from anywhere around here, then I'll be able to go straight to the Nether, if I can find water. You know, actually, that shouldn't be such a hard task, but I think it might just be one. Heck yeah, I found some water right here. It would drown me if I walked into it, but I'll quickly fill up my bowl from it, except I can't do that. I need to instead find one more iron, and then the Nether is mine. I've been looking around for a while now, and all I could find was this additional piece of lava, which is nice to see, don't get me wrong. However, it is not solving my iron needs. So how do you find iron in Minecraft? Well, there's two ways. You can go down to about Y16 or so, but I don't really want to do that much caving, or you can go up as high as you possibly can, and according to the iron ore distribution chart, you should get better and better odds of finding something as you go up. And so my plan is to mostly look through this mountain, although, wait a minute, look over there. There is some iron right through this wall. And then once you're there, do some fun things involving slabs. This feels like it shouldn't work when I'm this tiny, but you better believe it does. And that is my third iron for a bucket. And I can even do better. I can make myself an iron sword, and I'll be able to defend myself in said Nether. I think with this little health, the more armor I have, the better off I'll be. I mean, can you imagine a mob in this cave coming to wreck me? Now imagine that mob is on fire or poisons me. I'm gonna need to minimize that damage as much as I humanly can. Oh, it's my first combat. Jesus, this is scary. Whoa, okay. See, I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderfully. It felt a bit like I was fighting a giant from Minecraft Alpha, just with modern materials and combat. And let me tell you, modern combat, as you might call it on Java, is something I do not experience as a Bedrock player. And so doing it for the first time in a very long time right now, probably not ideal, but that's not what matters. What matters is I get to the Nether, and it feels like you shouldn't be able to jump this high. Just looking at the gap, it really feels ridiculous that I can do this, but I'm very glad I can, because otherwise I would be screwed. These chickens should be giving me hundreds of raw meat each, given the size comparison they are to me, but somehow I'm getting just one of these. From an entire chicken, feels a little bit unbalanced, personally. Ah! It also feels a bit unbalanced that I have to pay 8 iron ingots for a chest plate. You'd figure if the end chest plate was going to be this size, then maybe actually I could get away with using these nuggets instead. I feel like 9 nuggets might still be too many, but no, there is no such thing as a tiny chest plate, sadly. And yeah, as nighttime comes, I'm still not quite prepared for it, and so I'm going to do what most people do when they have problems, and run away from them, and go to another dimension. Oh, I have vastly underestimated the difficulty of making a Nether portal if you do not have the right interaction range. It is very, very hard, but I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna run with the lava, I'm gonna fill it in, make some portal. Gonna do it again, and then fill it in, make myself some obsidian. Oh god, this is so hard. No, not what I wanted to do. So, yeah, this is harder than anyone probably has assumed, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And to save you some effort, I'll do it at super speed right now. Neom. Super fast mode. Wow, look at me, I'm doing so good. I'm making a portal. Oh, no. Okay, bad news. Well, that was an easy and stress-free journey through the rain, and thankfully, I had the good sense to leave some of my iron in the furnace, which means that now I can make myself a bucket again. This isn't bedrock, so I'm going to need a flint and steel, and so I guess the only other thing I can have is a sword. Well, you know, I didn't need armor in the Nether anyway. When I said I did, I was actually just lying. Yep, that's my excuse. I am well covered. Let's go to the Nether with just an iron sword and see how that goes for us. I also need to find new food because mine got a little bit too cooked for my liking. And so, guess what? We're back to mushrooms. I accidentally chopped down just enough from my red mushroom to make it an art installation. It looks like I was going for a spruce tree, but made out of mushroom. And honestly, I kind of like that. That's a good idea for my Let's Play world. But today, we're not looking for ideas, we're looking for food and gravel. Can I find them? No! I can't. Yes, I can actually. It just takes a convenient death or two. But here I am with some more meat ready to cook. If I can just kill this cow. Why do they run around like this on Java? Why is he so infuriated by me just wanting some steak? You know, what are you, a vegan or something? I've got to say, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, but I am loving it. I have now got a challenge of getting back to my corpse with my iron sword, and preferably finding some flint along the way, something I look well poised to do if I can just avoid those zombies. There are times that we make fun of Minecraft for not being very realistic, but there are also times like today where I'm so glad that you can regenerate health by eating your raw beef, and never have any real serious health conditions for it. Something I'm especially grateful for when I use a flint and steel to light a portal to another dimension. Okay, I'm not doing it very well. This is something I really do seriously believe in that is kind of lost when we talk about realism in Minecraft discourse. Some of the most fun you can have in the game is doing ridiculous things. And honestly, the fact that you have to go to a hell-like dimension and then a weird moon futuristic dimension to beat the game is not a downside, but instead a part of what makes Minecraft so beautiful. There can be realistic elements in the game, and that is fun to see them mashed up against the weird ones, as you can see from my inventory mixed with the environment, but to pretend that the game has to be perfectly realistic is something we're always doing, I think wrongly so. I think we should be focused on fun in video games, and I know that's apparently a controversial opinion with the stuff about the newest mobs, but personally, it is my belief. And so let's put out some fires, let's go find some blazes, and let's hope we don't die again, because it seems a lot easier when you're— No, not again! So there's one thing that's abundantly clear from these deaths, and it's that I have no real idea how to do complex blocks maneuvers, especially when they involve my life being on the line. This means that I need to invest in my armor situation, and really need to just spend as little time as possible in the Nether. This is something that's entirely doable, and you better believe I've tried before while trying to avoid the crazy deferred rendering issues of— oh, I don't know why that didn't kill me, but I'm just gonna take that. Who knows why? Let's just accept that that's how things should always be. Don't complain about Minecraft for not being realistic. Accept the blessing of being able to continue to have health. And now I'm going to try and get some decent stuff before going back to the Nether. I have been having a pretty bad time with deaths, but I realized recently that actually the secret to this, the trick with dying a lot in Minecraft is not being bummed out and saying, oh, I don't like the challenge, but the reason I love challenges like this is because they force you to adapt to a world where you're not incredibly powerful and can just take stuff out. And so today, I know I might die, but I'm prepared for that eventuality, and the only thing I'm not prepared for is what will happen on the other side of this portal, so wish me luck. I'm now in the Nether with 9 bread, and I'm only here until I can find myself some black stone to make into some stone weapons, because I've got just a wooden sword I used to kill. Oh, wow, or a fortress. Okay, so this is bad, this looks bad, this looks bad. I can't spam click. It's Java, it's not Bedrock. This is not acceptable. Oh, okay, and I shouldn't be running away at that speed. But if I can just make some gold armor, I can get to at least half of what you need to beat Minecraft. This is incredible. Okay, so yeah, 2 hits is all it takes to kill me. I need armor, not just for, I don't know, like mob unmaddening reasons, but also for personal safety ones. Oh no! Wow! One bad fall is all it takes. Yeah, I think one of the chill things about this experience, and having so little health in a world where I genuinely don't understand my own physics, is it's helping me to realize that actually, even if you think that, you know, you might be thinking you're having a bad time because you're dying, But if you try to learn from each death, you will become a better player, and that's one of the fun things about challenges. It actually will make you better at the game. I've got 2 stone tools now. I'm gonna put away my other stone stuff, just accepting that it will probably burn. And now we go back to the Nether. I'm gonna go make myself some armor, and then I'm gonna take on the Nether Fortress. If I die, that's fine. It sometimes is a bit annoying having to stack up just to get to very minor places, but I have to say, the end result is often worth it because now I can make myself the world's tiniest gold helmet. I assume it'll be the world's tiniest gold helmet. I've honestly not actually measured all of them, but let me go ahead. Let's make this into that. Let's turn this into that. And let's see if this is enough for me to take on the Nether Fortress. Yeah, tunneling is just objectively easier when you're this small, because assuming you don't make any terrible lava-based mistakes, which obviously I'm famous for being very good at not making, but as long as you don't make a terrible lava mistake, you can make these tunnels that are 1 by 1 without having to make any crawling. And honestly, this seems like a giant ad for crawling. Like, the best bit about being tiny, you can also experience if you're just crawling on the ground. But for real, give it a try sometime. But I think I'm here now. I'm where I want to be. Right at the Nether Fortress. Let's see if I can't kill some blazes now. There's not a single blaze here. This is very eerie. Do I have to like put out an advertisement to find blazes to meet? Oh god, look at the size of this guy. Oh no. Okay, so that's bad. Maybe goes without saying, but not a fan of that one. And it's also hard to make my usual protection I love to use in these places because you have to jump so high. But I have made myself a safety barrier, and let's now make another one. Oh dear god. Okay, so I am scared beyond belief now. Okay, so we're gonna kill the skeleton. I don't know how it's going to work without me dying. And also I am terrified because of the timing of the combat. Oh lord, I don't like this at all. I don't like this in the slightest. I think I'm gonna die. I died. I guess the fun thing about dying and going to sleep is you get to see Tiny Toy Cat in a bed again. I don't know why chat has to be open. I don't want it to be. But yeah, as you can see, Tiny Toy Cat lives another day, or dies another day. I would like to take another moment to recognize the ridiculousness of what we're about to do again. But yeah, it probably goes without saying that being this tiny is ridiculously fun, but also challenging for me. I think something about your movement, you just wouldn't expect to move this quickly around the world. And so it's very hard to like place yourself because you don't know exactly where you are at a given point in time because you're so used to being so much higher up that from down here, you just can't judge where you are in a way that doesn't make any sense logically, but somehow still is true. Oh, yes. That's a full enchantment table locked down there. I need to make sure I don't die in lava with these diamonds. Okay, I'm gonna do something really bold, but given that these diamonds could be temporary, I want to make the max use out of them while they're still here, and I'm gonna make myself a diamond sword. I feel like a diamond pickaxe won't do me much good, but a diamond sword will help me with everything, survival-wise, and if it can make killing this blaze just a bit easier, I'm gonna go for it. Please don't. Oh, okay, he's doing it anyway. I asked nicely, and I'm just swinging so many times, but I just know that I've got to learn how to do Java combat while also being too tiny to know if I'm going to hit or not, which is a hard mix, but I can do this. Actually, I probably do have a better odds, like mathematically speaking, because I'm so small, I can dodge these fireballs easier, right? So that I will use to my advantage. I'm gonna get down to him now. Go, yeah. Is that blaze rod number 2? Nope, that's not. Oh, it's so much easier to dodge these attacks with blocks too. You can hide behind a single one of them. That is very handy. Honestly, for PvP, this would be incredible. Unfortunately, no PvP today, just the occasional blaze. Ooh, a gold chest plate. That is exciting. I now have 2 pieces of tiny gold armor. Ah! Okay, so there are still mobs. It's not that there's none, it's just that there's very few. And also they don't seem to understand how to pathfind towards you. But I am overcoming this. And indeed, I have survived one more enemy. So I am back in this for another day. Every Nether Fortress should have blaze spawners, but I haven't found mine yet, despite I'm pretty sure scouring the entire thing. So I've assumed it has to be behind this lava somewhere, which is a bit of a pain, but sometimes you've got to work through the pain, and today that is my plan. It's very hard to mine upwards, because every time I think I'm mining the block above me, I'm mining the block in front of me. But if I can just get through here, I'm sure at the top there's going to be something. Yeah, this looks like a blaze spawner. Yeah, this has to be. Wait, do you see that through the wall? That's lava. Never mind. That's a blaze spawner right there. Okay, so that is a blaze. I'm alive, but not for long if he hits me. That's a blaze rod. Got him. Okay. Oh, Lord. That is good. Okay. Fiery mobs. Very bad. Don't love that. Just gonna make myself a little safety way around them. Okay, I need them dead, though. I really cannot stress that enough. Oh, okay. Bad news. I'm gonna block off this lava, just under the assumption that I do end up in it too often. And I'm gonna go back in there, bread in hand, love in face, and sword in blaze heart. Okay, there we go. We're doing it. Oh no, okay, no one spawned. I think we're getting real close to the blaze rods we'll need for a run to succeed, but I'm also getting close to death. Okay, one more big push. Oh, he's too high up. I can't hit him. Okay, I've got to climb on top of things to get him. But as you can see, I'm pulling it off. Oh, another one spawned. Okay, we're doing it. Did I fall through a block there? What happened? I've got 7 blaze rods, and that is more than you should need, which means I'm officially getting out of here. And if I can do it in one piece, I am closer to beating Minecraft, but as a tiny person. I am 100% coming back from this Nether Fortress with a high right now, and that is the beautiful thing about this, is even as low as I felt after all those deaths, as low as it made me feel, and as silly as you might look at this and say it is, one of the reasons it is so fun to challenge yourself, whether that's super flat, whether that's just playing on hard difficulty, whether that's trying to do the game in a slightly different way, is that you'll learn so much about how to improve your skills. And most importantly, when failure is more likely, success feels better. Something about play involves having a necessary chance of failure, because if there's no chance of you losing, then you're not really even winning, right? That is an interesting thing about competition. But for now, let's go back through the portal, and we'll get big again, right? No. But let's work on our strategy for higher vendors next. So because of recent events, these blaze rods will be staying in this chest until I absolutely need them to go find the stronghold, which isn't right now because I need ender pearls instead. And so guess who's going on a Nether journey of discovery to find them? Oh, that's right, this guy right here. I don't know how well it's gonna go for me, but I've gotta do my best, and that includes getting into one of these things. Remember, there's no law that says you have to care about what's going on in one of these structures. Instead, what I recommend doing is stacking well up and out of here, and then going in, grabbing the chest, and getting straight back out. I'm just gonna try my best to get in, and either I make it or I don't. There are only 2 outcomes. Let's hope for the good one. Okay, so that's a piglin brute. Come get me. Come get me. Look, it's safe over here. You can do it. So now I'm gonna do what I just tried to before. Oh, okay, nope, they're dumb. Piglin brutes are really, no, I'm dumb too. Why did I say that? Okay, so I'm just gonna hide myself in a little hole somewhere where I can't be hit by brutes. That was fairly successful otherwise though, right? By the way, in first person view, you actually can't see when you're in soul sand. You have to be in third person if you want to do anything, because this much is too much apparently, which might be useful for avoiding mobs. I really don't know. But yeah, we're going to try and get right back up to where I was. Ideally without the piglins, though. And then we're going to try this. We're just going to run in, get the gold, run out. That's all we got to do. Go. Gold. No. Okay, that's a diamond shovel, which is nice. Oh, God, there's so much in here. I need the iron. I need the food. Okay, we're going to go get that diamond shovel, and we're going to get right out there. That's pretty decent, but I need the arrows from this one, too. So grab those, grab the spectral. I kind of want pig step if I can be luxurious anyway. And I guess, you know, the obsidian won't hurt me. So, you know, there we go. That was all I needed to get absolutely from there. For some reason, none of the piglins seem to care. Okay, this is the strangest thing I've seen today. There is a zombie pigman baby, and he's riding a chicken for some reason. I know that can happen, but I don't know what led to that happening here in the Nether. It feels as though there shouldn't be chickens here, but I mean, I'm not here to judge your lifestyle, dude. While I'm here, there is one more thing I'd like to do, and that is to trade with some much larger people, hopefully getting something good out of that. I'm going to really just aim for the best deal I can get from these people, because ultimately, you know, I feel like now that they're giant, the number of things they're going to give me must be better, right? Just surely, that must be how this works. Oh, 4 ender pearls! Wow, thank you. Appreciate that a lot. Would you like to give me some more? I'd appreciate it if you did. Side note, look how ridiculous it looks when I throw things on the ground. Also, now I've got a potion of fire resistance, I might not even die again. Okay, just some gravel, that's fine. That's all I need. So now I'm going to get 8 more ender pearls. I was secretly looking for a warp forest, but there are other ways. This method of bridging makes me incredibly uncomfortable, but it does get the job done. Man, soul sand is handy, huh? So my second method of obtaining ender pearls is probably going to involve a few more villagers losing their houses, something which is entirely worth it in the grand scheme of things, because I'm going to remove the biggest threat from their world. That's right, they're all going to be unemployed now. No more farming job for you, my friend. Although if you really needed a job, there would be one found in this place over here, if you were able to, you know, make your way over. Oh, and what do you know? He is. And yeah, thankfully, this fletching table is not just useful for that villager, but I'm also going to use the fletching table for its intended purpose of, you know, even when I'm tiny, I can't do this joke. You know, there's no use for the fletching table, besides being a place for villagers to stand on, apparently. Also, I'm trapped under the bed. Oh no. Oh, this trading system is weird. I don't like it, but I'm just gonna make do with it, because I need to get myself lots of emeralds. I wonder how the villagers feel about a tiny toy cat running around, slowly destroying their buildings. You know how in the real world, whenever you have like a broken roof or like an appliance or something, you just assume that, yeah, it just naturally gets that way? What if there is like a tiny person running through your house, slowly tearing down the structure just so they can get some spare resources to sell for ender pearls? I'm just saying, it's not likely, but it's not impossible either, right? It's become nighttime again, by the way, and I'd just like to point out, this is how villagers sleep when you trap them in a room together. I'm sorry, shouldn't have looked. Okay, 60 emeralds in hand. I am now ready to go and buy some ender pearls, but this village doesn't have any brewing stands, and I don't really want to waste one of my brewing rods on it, and so I'm going to go find the stronghold and hope there's another village on the way. Since I'm doing this anyway, I might as well show you another weird Bedrock Java difference. So on the Bedrock version of the game, if you want to find the stronghold, you throw one of your eye of enders, you see which direction it goes in, and then you work out that your stronghold will be in that direction below a village somewhere. Pretty handy, right? However, on the Java edition, when people are playing, from what I can tell, what you do instead is you place down a jukebox, put in your pig step, and then you have some great music to listen to when you go on chunkbase.com and find the stronghold there. Apparently, there is one at -908 and -1212, and then the nearest village after that is about another 500 blocks in front of it, which means it probably would make more sense to go here, but I have committed, and so let's go to -908, -1212. As I hopefully begin my victory arc, I'd like to say, no. I'd like to say, you know what's incredibly wild, and we're just not going to acknowledge what happened there? I've never actually gone swimming in all of this time, so now we're going to see what Tiny Toy Cat does in the ocean. From first person, it entirely looks like you're in regular Minecraft. From third person, also, wait, am I even any smaller? Do you get big again? No, I'm tiny. Okay, so it's funny, without the perspective, it looks like I'm just slightly further away from the camera right now. Because of the scale difference, you don't know for sure how close something is until I'm right next to it. Right now, it's clear I'm tiny because I'm right in front of the block, but if I just move my camera slightly, and I look at that mountain, for example, it's hard to tell exactly how big this grass bridge is, and so I could be perfectly normal size right now, but I'm not. Let's accept that the stronghold is somewhere down there, according to my coordinates. By the way, what a mess this is. And let's go find the village, which is hopefully only another couple hundred blocks away. Okay, I found the village. That's the good news. And now all I have to do is find if they have themselves a cleric villager and get the good stuff from him. Also, check in a chest like, man, there's so much obsidian, so much iron. I am doing incredible for armor right now. I'll have a full set by the end of this video. That is wild. But also, let's get some trades on. Finally going to make my forever set of tools, I think. I'm gonna make myself a lovely set of leggings, a pickaxe, and you better believe that at this point, it's finally time to just make myself a brewing stand. I didn't want to have to do this. It's scary because what if I wasted some eye offenders? But thankfully, by using the pig step technique, I have now avoided that risk. And so let's see if I know how to even make one. Ah, I do. Perfect. Now we place down the brewing stand, and to make sure we attract the right villagers, we place some pig step as I do my trading. I'm going to have to spend a lot of emeralds on this. Oh, too many emeralds. Oh, so many emeralds. I am regretting not bringing my gold with me, because now I have to spend a lot on lapis lazuli instead. Oh, I don't think I can afford that. Okay, backup plan. I'm going to seize the means of production. I'm going to take all of the hay that they've left around here, and now I'm going to be able to buy myself only, 6 ender pearls. That's not very good. Hopefully, because of the discounts, he'll give me a good deal when he levels up. Please, friend, you've got to do it for me. Yes! So we'll keep one in the back pocket in case we need it later. But for now, we're ready to go to the end. This won't go well. I feel like the Java Dragon is much more aggressive. And I would not like to be on the wrong side of that. I am now more or less here, and so I'm going to dig down and really just hope for the best. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to end up in a cave or something? That sounds ridiculous. Although, on the off chance that does happen, maybe I should be prepared with a bed that is right here, right now, so that nothing can go wrong. So let's sleep. Hopefully that bed functions in the morning. Let's dig down the nice normal way with a 1x1 tunnel, and let's find us this stronghold. So do you remember when I thought I could see through walls? Well, as it turns out, that actually doesn't seem to work. All I can see is glow squid off in the distance, because there's no sign of any caves or a stronghold here, even though I'm exactly where my favorite website said it would be. And I'm starting to think some bad thoughts. And you know how we'll solve those bad thoughts? Is by digging straight down. Oh, actually, no. There's a stronghold right there. Wow. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to dig straight down. What's going to happen to me? I'm going to fall through the portal? I don't think so. Wait. Yeah, that's weird. You can find it in third person, but not in first person. Also, half of it is missing. Oh, also, even cooler, my first ever trial stronghold. Gonna be honest with you, this is a possibility I never truly considered, but isn't that incredible? Wow. Also, yeah, it's actually bricked up on the entrance to this. What a weird structure. Anyway, I'm just here to enjoy. Oh, there are 2 eye vendors already in there. I wasn't being optimistic. Instead, I am being just the right amount optimistic, because here I am, ready to go to the Nether. That's what that dimension is called, I'm pretty sure. So I left my bed in the cave up there, which seems pretty bad, but it's fine. I'm going to drop some blocks on the ground in case those are necessary. I'm going to drop my hoe on the ground in case I need to fight the dragon. I mean, 3 attack speed, 1 attack damage. Doesn't seem very good. I'll put the shovel on the ground then. And I'm going to prepare my inventory for the fight of my life. Famously, the dragon fight is incredibly chill though, so I'm not gonna have any issues. Okay, that's even harder. Okay, we're great, everything's good. Okay, it's fine. When I've got to do so while on fire. Okay, no, that's GG. I do not give you permission for what you are looking to do right now. No! Okay, let's just go in there. Let's see if we can't attack the dragon. Okay, we definitely cannot. We have to stack up onto something, make a little height, and then, nope, we still can't hit the dragon in the butt. Maybe we'll put a lectern here. Okay, there we go. I can attack the dragon, but you're not meant to jump hit the dragon. Oh, for this reason right here. Well, I'll see you in another 10 minutes. It's crazy. She heals even on the podium. Oh, no. Why? Why does the game do that? It doesn't make any sense. I've got to admit, the end fight being the end of Minecraft always feels a bit odd. Like, you know, you have a lot of fun through the whole run, and then the end is always either surprisingly easy or surprisingly hard. And you better believe I'm getting the second end of that stick today. Oh, okay, I'm dead again. Slowly but surely. Okay, never mind. So yeah, stay away from the dragon. It's in the center. And then, oh gosh, ouch. And then try and hit her. No, what's that? I hate the dragon. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in for the, oh God, what? What is happening? I don't understand. How do you kill the dragon and jump? So you can't go in immediately, and you've got to go in from behind. If you go in from the front, you die. You've got to do this quickly. And, oh, and if you do, she knocks you back. What just happened there? I remember hearing at one point advice for hardcore players that you should never jump when hitting the dragon, as an example. And I therefore am assuming the dragon has a rule against jumping where she magically knocks you away if you do. In fact, I'll just stand up here and I'll hit her from here. Except I can't do that either. I don't understand how you're meant to kill her. So if I jump, then I get knocked. But if I don't jump, then I can't attack her. Is the dragon undoable? Oh, I just need to get in my block. You don't need to knock me from the sky, don't worry. I'm just here to do this. There we go. Okay, it's impossible. It's impossible. If this is doable, I don't know how. So I'm gonna jump up again really subtly. And what? Why? I don't understand. I'll be honest with you right now, I'm not having a good time, and I'm sure that I'm missing something. This is an important perspective to have. It's not the game that's wrong. Millions of people play it every day. Something about how I approach the dragon works on Bedrock, but not on Java. It is up to me to work out what that is and how I can adjust to being tiny, because right now I can't work out how I would physically hurt the dragon, which you obviously need to do if you want to beat Minecraft. So I need to now work that out. I'm going to mine some endstone blocks, just in case that does something for me. And then I'm going to place one over, like, here. And then that way I can get to those blocks in the middle, where you won't be heated from it, I assume. And if I stand right here, I can't get hit, I'm sure. No, you still, okay. So that's just a constant life. I have no confidence in the success of this. But now I can jump, and no, oh, okay, well, yep. I'm very familiar with this death speed at this point. Okay, you know what? I've worked out what the issue is at this point. I have been assuming that I've been doing something wrong about the Java Dragon, and I think there probably is a smart way that I could beat the Java Dragon under Java rules. However, I've also been thinking that maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. I mean, if you look at the size of me and the size of her, this just isn't really a fair fight, is it? My plan was to minimize the size of the dragon and see if that would solve my problems, but apparently you can't just pick an entire category of mobs, like a dragon, and downsize them. And so I have to work out Java commands, which sounds like more effort than just killing the dragon by attrition, which is now my new plan. Can I take a moment out of an otherwise very serious challenge video to say, you know, playing around with the tiny scale has made me realize that anything in Minecraft that you can do normally, you can also do tiny. It's been a fun, eye-opening realization at just how much of your player height and size you just kind of take for granted. But also I need to say that there's something fun I'd like to do. So after I get the dragon to a sufficiently low point, are we there now? I'd say we're pretty damn close. Like right now we've proven, oh, what have we proven? Ender pearl to the ground. Nope, didn't work. I'd say we've gotten to the point where we've proven pretty handily that we can do this. And so now, rather than leaving you hanging and saying, you know, let's do a whole other challenge for this, I need to just do something. I need to get out of my system. Let's go right now and set my size to be this. Let's go in there and let's, oh, I don't have the range for this. 100. And let's go in there. Okay, it's not block attack range. It's mob interaction, mate. Oh, no, you can still get knocked in the sky. And you can still die. Oh, no. Okay, this is my Giga Bowser moment. I'm now going to set my base interaction range to be higher. Oh, it doesn't probably work on the dragon, it seems. And then we're going to set myself to be big. And, oh, yeah, okay, this is... Someone should have thought this one through, apparently, because it does not work. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna make myself a bit smaller. I'll be 2 times scale. Yeah, look, I'm big toy cat now, ready to punch the dragon to death. No, not ready at all. I want to have my big moment, and so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and kill the dragon while she's in the sky. This does seem a little bit tricky, sure, but I feel like if I can only attack her when I'm close to her, at some point that will be soon while I'm up here. So let's do this. Big toy cat versus tiny dragon now. Oh no, not working at all. Ouch. Yes, I got a hit on her. This is a bad idea. Somehow this is the worst thing I've ever done. I do like what a big difference it makes when I crouch, but I'm gonna be honest with you, with your normal speed, it is just so hard to kill the dragon this way. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever had to do, but I am killing the dragon, and I'm killing her as a big boss, because I just took a big mushroom and, oh, no I'm not. Have you ever felt like you're so close to something and yet so far? Obviously, I never have, because I know exactly how to kill the Java Dragon when I'm tiny. But yeah, taking the Mega Mushroom was not the solution. It was very fun though. Okay, so just gotta get her in the center, and then through attrition, she's going down. Okay, we're in. Come on, iron pickaxe. You can do this with me. Iron pickaxe. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Tiny toy cat is standing in front of a very dead ender dragon, and all it took was about 30 of his lives. But here we are now, ready to go. If you enjoy ridiculous survival challenges, this is a channel that you might want to subscribe to. If you don't enjoy ridiculous survival challenges, then I hope that you reconsider how you spent the last bit of your time. But I thought it was a lot of fun, and I hope to see you in the next one, because I have reached a higher level now, and I'll be reading your thoughts till the next time. Goodbye.